All right, welcome to the 79th episode of the Dapper Gaming Podcast for... Oh, well, I don't really do the date thing anymore because fucking Terry's a goddamn prophet. Like, Terry last week is like, the Dapper Gaming Podcast is just going to be like the GTA heists. And I was like, what, incredibly late? And he was like, wait, the GTA heists are out? And I was like, yeah, and we're not going to be like the GTA heists. We aren't going to be incredibly late. We recorded on Monday, and I don't think I got it released until like Friday.
It's okay.
So
it was in the cooker. Wow.
Yeah, I was dealing with Major Space Laser stuff, but I don't date the podcasts anymore because I cannot guarantee when the fuck I actually get around to sitting down for the 20 minutes it takes me to edit them.
20 minutes.
Yep, 20 minutes. It's because I don't. So if you're like a professional podcaster, you sit through and you listen to your whole podcast and like ride the wheel so that like you can set the leveler correctly for everything and like cut everything, do it nice, fix any kind of pops or crackles. I just run it through 2 filters and call it a day.
That's all you need. If it is that easy, then it's fine. You know, just whenever you have time to get it out, it's fine.
But it really is like an hour to get the whole thing out because I have to go into Photoshop and like do the uploads and shit. But
yeah,
I gotta write a nice little description.
Got to put in those SEO keywords.
Yeah, those ones. Those
The
ones I
horrible
normally fill
issues
with
of
like
editing a podcast.
Those are like SEO words are more of a YouTube thing, but you know you got to think up some good ones. It's hard because you have to sit there and be like, what the fuck did we talk about? and then normally I just end up remembering we mentioned Nintendo, so then I write in Nintendo and it's like we probably mentioned Microsoft. We probably also mentioned Sony.
Probably mentioned Destiny.
We haven't done that the last few weeks.
Just put in video games, podcast, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo.
Yeah, that's pretty much what always ends up there.
Porn,
gaming,
sex, done.
Total Biscuit.
PewDiePie, Total Biscuit.
Just 3 times in 3
Angry
different ways.
Joe, JonTron,
PewDiePie.
Normal Boots. Just put all the keywords
Tiger.
in there.
You know, anyone popular, just write in the description.
Yeah.
Actually, any kind of words that you use. So I know this because now I have to write store descriptions for the Google Play services, and so now I really know how they work. If you put something in your CO but don't put it in your description, it doesn't really count.
Oh, so it's gotta match up.
Yeah, you want your keywords to show up in your description like three or 4 times, and then you need any kind of like if you name like for example, Major Space Laser is called Major Space Laser, and therefore has the word like the phrase Major Space Laser in the description for it like 5 times, and then it's an action arcade game. So it has the words action arcade game like 3 times in the description because any words in the description that are like keywords, you want to like match up with your CO stuff, and then you'll get higher rankings.
That's why when you look at most videos like mine or anyone else's, you have one tiny description that's like, this video is about this game from this company made in this year, and then a bunch of other basic descriptive stuff, and then a long description with more words, and then you put all those keywords into your tags and you're done. Then you upload for 5,000 hours if you have my internet.
You gotta get that codec, the MP4 codec or H.264, easy upload.
That's what I do, but when my upload is 0.2, yeah,
that's
it's not easy.
There's your problem.
Yeah, and my internet doesn't get any higher than that where I live.
That's no good. Are we recording right now?
Yeah, we're going.
Live.
We're talking about how to YouTube now on this podcast. This is a
completely
podcast where we just plug ourselves and then tell you how to CO.
Check out Batman reviews in Ryan's Video Game Corner on the YouTubes.
On the YouTubes. But more importantly, play Major Space Laser and click all the ads.
There were ads?
And then there's ads.
I didn't see any.
You get 100 free points for every ad you click. That's right. That's how it works?
Yeah, I think so. There's ads on the menu. if you have internet connection.
I didn't notice them.
There's just one banner ad at the top of the screen.
And if you click so many ads, then you get into the secret level where it is everything is backwards, I think.
You can actually kill the monster at the bottom of the screens.
That's how you win. You kill the monster with ad clicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the secret game. It's hidden.
That's pay to win, or I guess add to win.
Add to win. Actually, I'm making a game that is kind of watch ads to get shit done.
Is it like Watch Dogs, but it's watch ads?
No. You have you watch an ad and you get rewarded with in-game currency if you watch the ad. Otherwise, you can just it's just for like buying skins. I've decided to use the Crossy Road model of monetization, where you have in-game currency that you collect by playing the game, and then you can opt to watch ads to get more currency, and then you can get skins.
I think Jetpack Joyride did it pretty well with their in-game currency kind of stuff.
I know. Because Crazy Taxi came out on the iOS stuff, and I enjoyed that game, but they had the worst. It was like with a lot of games, like, so you better watch this ad so you get extra moves, or you have to wait 24 hours or 12 hours so you can use moves again. With Crazy Taxi, it's the same thing. It's like, oh, you only have like 3 gallons of gas. Every mission you take takes a gallon of gas. Oh, you're out of missions or you're out of gas. You can either wait 12 hours so you can ride again, or you can pay money, or you can watch an ad. It was like either pay with currency, pay with an ad, or those things. I'll be right back.
All right.
So, he's leaving.
But
Major Space Laser is awesome. Everyone should download it.
Thank you.
No problem.
We worked pretty hard on it.
There was only one issue I found with the game when I was playing it.
Yeah.
The menus are a little bit of a pain to get through. Sometimes you swipe to the side and it doesn't swipe.
Yeah, it doesn't do the short swipes. You have to do a full screen swipe. Yeah, it's because because I'm working in Unity, I don't have access to native swiping like libraries. And so I had to write my own, and the only way that I can the easiest way, I guess, that doesn't have like a lot of cases, is that you move the camera by moving your finger across the screen. And when you let go, if the camera is closer to one screen than the other, then it goes back to the other one. And so if you do a short swipe, then it doesn't pull you across.
Yeah, that was like the only issue I was having with it.
What did I miss? Yeah, that thing.
He was bringing up that you can't do little tiny swipes to move across the menu screens in Major Space Laser.
Oh.
And then I explained that because it was mostly that I didn't want to spend a day writing a script.
It's okay.
That would cover all of the cases for how you can swipe a screen.
Yay, programming.
Yeah, I just couldn't afford any good code libraries that do it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I enjoy the game. It's pretty fun. So, music is great. Designs are great. Gameplay's great.
Gameplay is fuck, I lost. Better play again.
Yeah, it's that addicting sort of, oh, I gotta, how many little levels can I get past this time? So, it's really good.
Thank you.
Also, to me, I find it very hard because, oh, there's slime that's going to kill me. Oh, the rocks are going to kill me. Oh, everything's going to kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like you can just, stay at the bottom of the screen and, tap to get around stuff, because if you're not shooting, then the slime's going to kill you.
Yeah. Which is
well designed.
Yeah.
Yeah. We start really slow, and, some people kind of complain about that, but the mechanic is kind of strange, how you move, that you might not immediately realize it. In fact, I had to make a giant arrow that said press the bottom of the screen, because when people started playing, they would understand the mechanic but try to circle it around the major to move him, but then you can't you have like less precise movement that way
Mm.
because then he angles towards the finger, right? And so if the finger's farther away, then he moves at like a lower angle.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
if you try to like press right next to him, then he just like flips
Just
around
like-
really fast, and then you crash into stuff and die.
Now I haven't tried this out, but can you press anything above him so he goes back
Yeah.
down? Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can press. He will move like anywhere that like the opposite direction of anywhere you're touching.
Oh.
So you can press like directly on the side of the screen and move him completely sideways.
Okay.
So every once in
Interesting.
a while, if you're like really close to an object, you just gotta like tap on the side.
Okay.
But,
Now I know. I've learned from the maker how to play this game.
yeah,
I got the achievement for having the #1 score on the leaderboard.
yeah. No one's gonna get that ever again. I think the highest score is like 914 now.
Jesus.
So
I didn't even know there was an achievement, and now it's going to be an achievement that I can't get. Thank you.
Yeah, I got it.
You have to put in 5 achievements. So
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that was a thing that you have to do.
yeah, it is. Well, on Android you have to. So
Oh.
I like wasn't not going to do it on iOS.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to get all the achievements now.
But one of the achievements is having the highest score among all of your friends. So like on your social leaderboard. And then the other achievement is for having the best score in the world. And yeah, because Joe played it even like I published it and I was like, we're released on iOS, Joe, and Joe was like the first person to play it. Like even before I played it on iOS, like I don't have a score on iOS because they deleted mine from like when I was in the developer mode. And so he got the #1 score because he was the only score.
There is a Xbox 360 game that it has an achievement for that. I think it was Ghost Recon. You have to have the #1 achievement, or you have to have the #1 score in the world to get this achievement.
Oh yeah, I know what one you're talking about.
I want to say
It
it's
was
Ghost
for the
Recon.
Advanced Warfare, right?
Yeah, GRA.
Yeah.
Ghost Recon Advanced.
And it was like have the highest score on the leaderboard for the week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a tough one to get. Because like there's still, at least like a couple years ago, I know someone who was trying to get it, but like there were still a few guys playing that game who were really dedicated, so they were fucking better than you, and they would get like they'd kick your ass, and so they would always have the highest score for the week.
Yeah, that sucks. I'm not a fan of those be #1 or have this high score or top percentile sort of thing, and you get an achievement. It just
Oh, I know, it's really shitty, but I couldn't figure out anything else to put in because like what else do you? There's
Last 5 minutes.
Two
Last
of the
2
other
minutes.
achievements are for dying. So,
okay.
There's one
I'm
for
going to
exploding
get
10
all
times.
of the achievements.
And there's one for getting hit with slime 10 times.
Oh, I'm probably gonna get those pretty soon.
But
Oh.
and then there's another one for like pressing the Facebook button and then posting to Facebook.
Oh, I see. I see what you did there.
Yeah. Yeah. Sharing is caring.
Mm. Sharing is achieving.
That is also the case. However, I got an angry message because someone shared through Game Center and they're like, I didn't get the achievement. It's like, because we don't have access to the Game Center stuff. It's like, I don't know what Game Center is doing. It's another app. Like, you have to share it using the app. But yeah, you can use the Facebook Composer.
Mm. Yeah, well, now I have to get the achievements, but then I'll be one shy because it's the top in the world.
Yeah. I know.
Whatever.
And someone posted to Twitter that they scored 914 using the Twitter poster from iOS. So
Gotcha.
That's a high score.
yeah, that's a high score because I think my highest is 45. Like the speed in that game, you kind of cap out at like 35. You don't start getting faster at that point, and so 914
so 35 is
like
the highest speed.
very impressive. Yeah, because 35, like at that point, you're going you're going as fast as you can, and for it to still be playable. If it gets like any faster, you just instantly like hit an obstacle and die. So
Gotcha.
But yeah, 35 highest speed.
It says I'm looking at the leaderboards right now for Major Space Laser, and the number 1 player has 47 points.
Oh, really?
Reverend Friars.
I guess I never submitted their score to. I looked up Major Space Laser on Twitter, and someone posted they got 914, like in the same format. But I guess they weren't connected to Game Center.
I guess I wasn't connected either because it showed me get the achievements, but I didn't get them. So I still don't have world domination or sharing is caring.
Fun.
Yeah.
Game Center is doing really strange shit, actually. Game Center I really hate to use. It's a lot worse than Google Play game services. But whatever. This isn't a developer podcast. You guys would...
This is a Dapper Gaming podcast.
Yeah.
Not Dapper Development podcast. Come on, guys.
Well, I published the game under the name Dapper Gaming, so...
We're talking about the game.
Dapper Gaming is a soon-to-be numbered company. We're a real...
Ooh.
Yeah. We're a corporation.
What are you going to be, Dapper Gaming?
Incorporated.
Wow.
Dapper Gaming Incorporated.
I like
We're a corporation.
Great.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be part of a corporation.
Well, you won't have shares or anything.
You better start paying me. I call some shares.
When do you go public? When do you go public with this?
Never. But
I'd like to buy some shares on some. I'd like some Dapper shares, please.
I don't think that will be going public anytime soon.
All right.
But no, we have another game that we're working on as a follow-up. Hookshot Harry should be done in a month or so. We just need the art and the sounds. Okay. But all the programming is done. Because it's another really simple game. And then I'm working on a currently unnamed game. Like, I guess the working name is Roller, because currently you are a ball that rolls around, but eventually that ball will be a character. And it's just a direct rip-off of Kirby Tilt and Tumble.
Ah.
Because that game was really good.
For some reason, when you were talking about Roller and you said that you were a ball, for some reason, I automatically jumped to the game. If you ever played Uniracers?
No.
Where you are unicycles and you're racing. That is obviously not what you're going for, but if you should bring unicycles back in a game.
Maybe.
The world needs more unicycles.
I mean, if these apps make any money, then I have 2 PC games that I want to make.
Mm-hmm.
So that are designed. I just need a year to program them.
Better start a Kickstarter.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Maybe you can be on Kickstarter non-starters.
Is that a thing? What is that?
So, do you know Retsupre?
Do what?
Retsupre?
No.
Okay, so it's a YouTube channel by Slow Beef and Diabetes. Slow Beef is credited with starting Let's Play, and Diabetes does Let's Plays as well.
Okay.
And they're from Something Awful. Something Awful, right?
Yeah, I know. From Something Awful, I know Low Tax and Schmorky, but now, Schmorky's no longer part of Something Awful. But go ahead.
But yeah, Slow Beef and Diabetes. Slow Beef used to be a moderator on the Let's Play forum, and Let's Play basically started at Something Awful.
Oh, okay.
But they have a channel called Retsupre, and they make fun of bad Let's Plays on YouTube. And they have another show on that channel called Kickstarter Non-Starters, where they make fun of really bad Kickstarters on.
I love that series.
That are on Kickstarter, obviously.
I've watched every one of them.
Yeah, because they're all amazing. Because there's people pitching these crazy MMOs that are obviously impossible and will never happen.
I like the one where they're green screened into the shitty game that they made, and it's just you could, if you donate this much, you get a platinum membership for forevers.
Platinum membership for forevers, great.
There's some really bad ones. There was a guy who was pitching a Kickstarter for a JRPG, and he was just using RPG Maker. He wanted $20,000, and he was just using RPG Maker with sprites he took off the internet.
Yep.
It was really bad, and I was like, how do you want $20,000 for this? I could make this in Unity, and hire an artist for less than $20,000.
That makes me think of the whole Steam Greenlight hubbub of, what was it called? Slaughtering Grounds, where it was a whole bunch of assets used. And I know Jim Sterling talked about it a lot and stuff like that. It's
that game made a lot of top worst lists.
I mean, all you need to do, you'll get money. All you need to do is just get it on Greenlight, and somehow it'll be approved, and then you get money from there. So I don't understand that. I don't understand Steam's
yeah, I don't know how that game got out on Steam. Like, it's crazy.
What am I thinking of? Like, filter system of what's horrible and what's acceptable.
Yeah, who knows?
I don't know. I don't get it. But yeah, now I have Ret's Prey. Is it Ret's Prey?
Ret's Prey.
Ret's Prey.
That's somewhat racist.
Not at all.
I'll link it to you later.
Okay, I think I have it on my up on my YouTube and a tab, so I'll get to that later. That's what I'll do tonight. Watch this.
It's really good. Slow Beef used to like Slow Beef and Low Tax are doing a long play of Ripper. Do you know the game Ripper?
Was that with
Christopher Walken and Paul Giamatti?
Yeah, and he's like, Christopher Walken's doing all this, and I think he has like a cigar that he never really smokes or something.
Yeah, it's amazing. And he plays like the bad cop who's like super corrupt, and they're trying to stop Jack the Ripper. Yeah. So if you don't know of this game, Joe, it's an FMV game based in a steampunk Victorian future world, and they're trying to stop Jack the Ripper, and it's hilarious. And like the internet is really terrifying in that game because you have to like warp your brain into a computer, and for whatever reason the internet is just like covered in skulls.
Now I'm looking at their channel. Where are all of the even number episodes?
They're on Low Tax's channel.
Okay.
So like half of them are on Ret's Prey and half of them are on Low Tax's channel. But if you've never seen Ripper, you don't really have to play it because like it's an FMV game. You mostly just want to watch it for how insane, like dumb that game is. But it opens up with like Blue Oyster Cult, like Don't Fear the Reaper.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Yeah, it came up like there's that game, and then there was a Johnny Mnemonic game, FMV game that came out around the same time that a lot of people talk about. But no, I hear Ripper a lot because of Christopher Walken's amazing performance that he doesn't seem to care about.
Yeah, it's so bad. But
I would definitely check out Low Tax's channel because I think his is called like Gaming Graveyard, which is a whole bunch of let's plays of horribly made like computer games. I know they have one called they were playing Clyde the Hedgehog, which is basically somebody made a Sonic the Hedgehog clone in I forget what
in like
point and click
Flash.
Like in Flash, and like it's not even flat ground, so whenever Clyde the Hedgehog moves, he'll get stuck on a slight edge and he won't even move, and he jumps like past the screen. It's horrible. But also
it's amazing. But
yes.
All right. So what? I was gonna ask what video games we've been playing, but I'm gonna not start with that because we've already been going for a little bit. But
we've been playing Major Space lately.
How was MAGFest?
It was pretty alright. It was super fun. I guess I was the only one that went.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking you. Like, I wanted to go because
screw you.
Like everyone that I know went. Like
same.
Duke and Sam, like Super Samicom went, and then like obviously Justin, Jarrett, like the rest of the Silvermania gang. Christina, like the artist from Major Space Laser, went, and I'm just like, I want to go, but I'm so broke.
I am broke, and it's getting to the States is not cheap when you live in Canada.
No.
Yeah.
Out of my local
it was super
airport,
fun.
I was gonna say, out of my local airport, it's like $1,200 for a fucking plane ticket.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
If I drive over to Detroit though, it's only like $400.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah,
that far
so
from
weird.
Detroit.
That's the difference.
But
that's
that
why.
is borderline ridiculous.
Yeah, that's why Con Bravo is so nice for me, because I hop on a $100 Greyhound and I'm at the convention, and then I have friends who live in Hamilton, so
Oh, okay.
convention set.
Yeah, I like I said, like before recording, like I said earlier, I might either be going to that or too many games this year, so we'll see. But MAGFest was good. I did get to meet so 8-Bit Duke. I met him. I met Super Samicom. I met Austin, aka Boku no Eruption. I met a whole bunch of people.
Did you go to any of the awesome parties?
Yes, actually. So for the past, this was my third one, I think. The first two MAGFests that I went to, I would be ones. The first one I know I went to all the panels and stuff like that because it was a good experience for me just to check it out. The second time, not so many panels, just more hanging out with a whole bunch of friends. The third time, I think I only went to one panel, and it was the Video Game Years panel, which is a series on YouTube, which is kind of like I Heart the 80s and stuff like that. I Heart the 90s, but it's with video games for each year. And the only reason why I went to that panel is because I I helped put together that series with a whole bunch of other editors. Oh, I also met, if you ever see the YouTube channel, My Life in Gaming, I met those guys as well. But yeah, that was the only panel I went to. And other than that, I was just hanging out with a whole bunch of people. I did hang out with Justin and Jarrett and Kieran and Will.
Yeah,
and,
I heard Kieran got really fucked up on that last night.
I wasn't there. I was actually.
Well, when I say fucked up, I don't
that.
mean like out of his mind on drugs or alcohol. I mean he fell and smashed his face open.
Yeah, I saw pictures. So.
Yeah, that was gross.
Mm-hmm. And I also met there's another guy from a YouTube channel called his name's Dave Thomas, and he does Game Dave, which is a really funny channel. But yeah, it was a whole bunch of meeting up with a whole bunch of people, and also meeting up with a whole bunch of like fans and stuff like that. I had my annual, well, I don't say annual, but every convention that I go to, I do RVG Con, which is Ryan's Video Game Convention within a convention, and I provide free Taco Bell. And this time, I think there was a lot more people to this one than last one, so it's only getting bigger. I'm gonna need my own hotel, guys, one day.
Sooner or later, you're going to need a Taco Bell sponsorship.
Exactly. I don't know why they don't sponsor me now. I mean, I bought 40 or 50 cases of Baja Blast when it was out in cans, and I'm still working on it. And I don't. It's almost criminal that they don't sponsor me. You know, they don't chip in a little bit. But
I don't know. Talk to Justin and Jarrett. Maybe they can hook you up with Andrew WK. That dude has a Taco Bell sponsorship.
That's what I need. I need some star power, and then that's when I get the Taco Bell dollars, not just YouTube money, Taco Bell money. That's what I need.
I want that.
Is Taco Bell money like Canadian Tire money, where it's only good at Taco Bell?
Ooh.
Yes.
Well, I'm fine with that then. Because I'll go eat at Taco Bell.
This is what my YouTube career has led up to. It has led up to me being able to get free food at Taco Bell. That's all I ever wanted.
We don't have Taco Bell where I live.
We have like 3.
You're really missing out. I have 3
I don't think I am. I lived in Mexico for like... So my family lives in Mexico. Like my dad lives in Mexico. I go to Mexico a lot. I don't think I'm missing out. I've had Taco Bell before. It's all right.
I love it. Dorito tacos.
You gotta get the Doritos Locos tacos. I mean, who doesn't want to eat a quote-unquote ranch-flavored chip taco shell with meat?
Yeah.
And then you got your lettuce and your tomato.
There's two things that I have to say about Taco Bell. One, that this isn't even really Taco Bell. This is more a Doritos thing. But Cool Ranch is a garbage flavor. Cool Ranch is not a thing.
It's got cool in the name. Cool Ranch.
It's not cool. It's garbage. It's hot steaming garbage. The opposite of cool. Second thing, Taco Bell is a place where like you go and you order like 10 or 15 different things, but they're really all the same. Like, but really the menu only consists of like 2 or maybe 3 things tops, just
It's
put
like,
together in different ways.
How do I put this flour tortilla in a certain way for you this time?
Yeah, pretty much.
And how do I put the meat in this way? Well, and
Like,
also I just
it's meat, cheese, tortilla. Everything on the menu.
sometimes you can add potatoes in it. You know, you never know. That's how they mix it up.
They're crazy. Potatoes in Mexican food? Oh my god.
I know, it's crazy. So
Now, Ryan, I have a question for you about MAGFest. Did you go to the Sonic the Hedgehog orgy?
Oh man, the Sonic the Hedgehog orgy.
Did you guys see that?
God.
Kijiji post?
So I will tell you that yes, I saw it, but not on Craigslist, because Justin and Jarrett made that post to get a bunch of people to show up so that they could take pictures with them and make fun of them. So there was no Sonic the Hedgehog orgy, to my knowledge. They posted on Facebook.
Well, it probably still happened.
You know the background of the Craigslist post of this Sonic orgy, because Justin put it together at the same time as the Silvermania panel, which was basically, hey, let's hang out by this gazebo that's at MAGFest. And that's where mine was. Mine was at 8, theirs was at 9. And, oh my gosh, I felt so bad because there was one guy that came and he was, I don't know, maybe 5'2", and he was dressed up in a Sonic the Hedgehog mascot outfit. So it was just him. He was committed. He was like, you know what? There's an orgy. I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to go down there, meet up with some cool people, and after that, we're going to go upstairs and, you know, have a magical time. A very fast, magical time. He's going to go fast. And he walks down there. Everyone is like, oh my gosh, there is actually someone here for the Sonic thing. And it was, and I mean, they didn't completely make fun of him. I wasn't near them talk. I didn't hear them say anything to him, but he seemed like a good sport. He was getting pictures taken with everyone there. So it was almost like he was the celebrity for the moment. But oh my gosh, I felt so bad for that guy.
But yeah, that's where that came from, Joe. So that's where I saw it. I saw Justin and Jarrett post it on Facebook and be like, we posted this on Craigslist. And then this dude showed up and like pictures of the guy in the Sonic outfit.
Yeah, I didn't know about that until like 10 minutes before their thing. Because I told him, it's like, do you know that I saw that Sonic orgy Craigslist thing. I think I was talking to either Jarrett or Justin. And they were saying, yeah, we made it. And I was like, you did what? And then like 10 minutes later, little Sonic the Hedgehog comes down. And I was like, oh my God.
I should ask them about whether or not that has anything to do with when PAX Prime happened. And we decided to cover PAX Prime. They came on the podcast, and the three of us covered PAX Prime that weekend from our homes. And we just read Craigslist PAX Prime hookup threads.
Oh, yeah, those.
And so I wonder if this is where that came from. Because that was great. I was using the deep jazz voice.
Yeah, I think so, because it's just like, and even like, for when I saw...
Because even the serious ones are like particularly funny.
Yeah. And when I saw Justin post that like on Facebook of the Sonic orgy, I was like, oh no, I thought he was digging into the, you know, random hookups section in Craigslist for Maryland. I was like, oh great, here it is. And then I looked on it to see what other people were saying, and I just saw the Sonic orgy one, and then others like, I'm quite a expert gamer and I'd love to, you know, play on the female body, quote unquote, winky face, smiley, hashtag, whatever. And it's just
suck my dick.
Yeah, hashtag my dick. So
I like the last day of posts at a con. They're always the most desperate, right? And so they're like, let's go have sex in the bathroom.
Please, let's just do something.
Let's go to the handicap bathroom and have sex. I just want to have sex.
Just please
all the way out to PAX just to have sex with a nerd. Please let me have sex.
Yeah, so PAX was not PAX. MAGFest was good. I would definitely MAGFest again. I'd give it a 10 out of 10. So definitely you all should come out next time. I'll be there, and I might even get my friend Thompson to come out. So
You might even get your Sonic the Hedgehog costume on.
yeah, I might even join in on the fun, guys. You never know. What stays at
Tomps,
MAGFest?
man.
What goes at MAGFest stays at MAGFest.
We need to get Tomps Man out there.
I told him, and like he's not much of like, he wouldn't go to panels and stuff like that. But when I told him, it's like, yeah, I was just basically going to parties every night. He's like, y'all are drinking? I'll do that too. So that's next time. So MAGFest was good. Definitely go next year.
Yeah, I'm hoping to start going to more cons. Kind of just to network.
Mm-hmm.
Because I need to like get my things in front of faces.
Yeah, and the good thing is like if you're part of, because I'm part of the Screenwave network on YouTube, and Screenwave had like a get together where you go there. It was at like one of the bars. They had free food. You go there and you just talk to other people. You network, and so I was giving out some of these little Ryan Stout. That's backwards. The little cards like this.
It's okay. It's not backwards on my side. Skype has this thing where when like your preview is mirrored for you.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Even though it's not for the people actually like seeing it, because
So I'm just a big dumb idiot then, saying that it's backwards when it's not.
I would blame it more on Skype. It's a really poor design decision.
Yeah.
I think it's more like a mirror when you're looking at it. It doesn't confuse
but
you.
It's fucking dumb because it's supposed to be the preview of what is going out of your camera. And so it shouldn't be mirrored because it's not mirrored.
Yeah.
But definitely MAGFest is a good place to collaborate and talk with other people.
I really would have loved to go to the Screenwave party. Last year there wasn't one at SGC, even though there was a good amount of Screenwave people there. And there wasn't one at Con Bravo, even though that is like an extremely heavy Screenwave convention. Like the main group of network there is all Screenwave. So I'm surprised there wasn't any kind of party there.
Yeah, I think it's mostly because I hear that there's something at Too Many Games and then there's something at MAGFest. So, but yeah, definitely MAGFest, Too Many Games, Con Bravo. Just go to them all. Sometime in July, I believe, like at the end of July.
All right, I might be able to make it out to that then. The last time that there was
I'm gonna check. You just keep talking.
The last time that there was a Too Many Games, Justin said that he could get me a booth. I'm
gonna try to get, if I go to Too Many Games, I'm gonna try to get a panel how to make a good bad video.
I feel like I should do a panel on how to not lose out on $150,000.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I made it. So the game that I made before Major Space Laser made $150,000, and I didn't get any of it.
Yeah. It is June 26th through the 28th.
How to make money. Tell your boss to fuck off when he takes your idea and sue him.
Yeah, well, that's what's happening now. Is the suing part.
Oh, that's the best part.
Yeah, well, that's the fun part.
Man, so
it wasn't even like he took my idea. Like I pitched him on the idea, and we made a deal for how much money I would walk away with, like what percentage of it. And then I did all of the work. And then he's like, no, I'm not paying you. I'm like, fuck you mean?
Just kidding. Payment, what's that?
Yeah. I was like, oh. And the idea was too good. But now I'm redoing it myself because I feel like if I can get it in front of enough eyes, then it'll be more popular than the first version that I released, even though they're identical. So
to get to Too Many Games, it'd be an 8-hour drive.
That's not that far.
It's far for me when my band can barely make 45 minutes without breaking down.
Fair enough. This summer I drove all the way to Mexico and back. That's 24 hours on the road.
I think Shane drove to Too Many Games last year. I know there's some people in Ontario who drive to Too Many Games, so maybe I'll get a ride with them.
Yeah, it's really not that far. Like if you think about what it costs to like fly instead.
I think it would be around an 8 to 9 hour drive for me if I came from Texas to up there. Is it Philadelphia? I think it's in Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's Philly. For me, it's like a couple of days. So probably not gonna drive. Probably fly.
Flying sounds like a better idea for that one.
Yeah, probably cheaper.
Right. There you go. That was MAGFest in a nutshell.
Yeah.
All right. Good times. And I'm putting a video together for MAGFest, so you'll probably see something either next weekend or the weekend following. So. Yeah,
you generally put together like an RVGCon video. Is that what you're doing?
Whatever conference or convention that I go to, it's just because the first MAGFest I did was I had like a GoPro attached to my head. I did something for SGC, but that's because I had friends come, and so they filmed me just interviewing people. This MAGFest, I got a selfie stick, and I put a GoPro on it. And
I remember seeing that on Facebook.
Yeah, like people might dock a selfie stick because it's a selfie stick, but those give you pretty awesome angles. I'm just gonna let you know. You just have to watch my video to check it out. So there's gonna be dubstep, there's gonna be selfie sticks, and there's gonna be just good times all around, and my handsome face. So
it sounds like a winning formula.
Now the new question is, how do I get myself one of those RBG crates?
Ooh, an RBG crate?
Yeah.
It was only a single production box. I don't know if it's gonna come back.
Gonna have to go beat up Tom's man then.
If there's, I know there's also Retropalooza. That's in Arlington, Texas. But maybe I'll see if I can bring an RVG crate to the next convention, as long as security doesn't take everything out of the box. So
as long as
that's what I would be afraid of.
Squishy.
Yeah. So I still have it. It's like where is it? I don't know if you can see back there.
I can see it kind of.
Yeah, I see it. I just love the and basically everything you took out of the box was like, yeah, and this is sticky. This is sticky.
So use banana. It's a winning combination. I think everyone needs an RPG crate, so.
My favorite was that you put the shoe with the Velcro in and then a shoelace.
So, I think they'll really catch on. You got your loot crates. You got what is it? Arcade blocks or something like that. I know Shane from Re-Res did something different. That's like a loot crate, but it's a different box. But now you get the RPG crate. You got the trifecta there. So,
a bunch of us at Screenwave were supposed to get like some kind of loot crate type thing, but then the company just never came. Like they came up to Screenwave and they're like, if we give you a bunch of these boxes and would you like give them to people to review? And Screenwave was like, yeah, sure. And then they never replied back, so none of us got the boxes that we were supposed to get.
That's dumb. Yeah, Nerd Block. That's what it's called. That's what Shane has done, which is a whole bunch. It's specifically gaming stuff. Subscribe for only $19.99 a month.
Yeah, that seems like a lot of money I don't have.
See, and this is just me. I don't want a box full of stuff that I don't know what to do with every month. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting more stuff.
Yeah, this seems like what a hoarder would do.
Yeah.
They'd be totally down with that.
My girlfriend signed up for Loot Crate, and it's pretty cool. It's good for her because she loves comics, and they come with exclusive comics all the time.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's a bad idea. It's just not, it's not for me. I already have all this. Yeah. Look at all this crap and the Berry White Tiger back there.
Man, look at the shelf behind me. It's filled with stuff.
Look at look at all those cars.
So I moved into a new place.
Don't look at those.
And I still haven't been able to put away the stuff that I own. There's a ton of storage down here, but there were chemicals kept in all of it, so every cabinet smells really heavily of bleach.
That's
so I don't want to put my stuff in there, and I'm so I just have shit everywhere. So Loot Crate would be the worst thing for me now, because it'd be more shit everywhere.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like something that you should do.
No.
Now, if there was a Dapper crate, I'd totally be in on that. That's what you got to do.
Would not have anything to put in it.
Every mustache.
I would put mustache wax in it. Every month you just get another thing of mustache wax. Even though like the tin that I use for like my particularly lengthy mustache lasts me like 4 months. And I use like a lot of wax. But
hey, that would help out a lot of people.
Yeah. I need to get a beard balm because I've been growing my beard out.
There you go.
So I need to get some oils.
Ooh, yeah, it's just like
because it's long enough now that it like can be oiled.
Here's what
dry.
I think what a Dapper crate would be. So you got your beard wax, maybe some sort of conditioner for a beard or for a mustache, and a pipe. You get a nice detailed pipe each month. So. And maybe a bottle, like a small bottle of scotch.
Maybe, like just see what you would get is an ounce of scotch, but it would be like a nice scotch.
Mm-hmm.
It would be like a cask strength scotch.
Yeah.
I like to go down to the Union Club here because they have all the cask strength scotches, and you can drink them. You pay by the ounce, but they're like $35 for an ounce. So
wow. Okay.
Yeah. The thing about cask strength is like. When you age a scotch, the alcohol content goes down. But a cask strength scotch, yeah, and the bottled scotches all have lower alcohol content than cask strength. Mm-hmm. So a cask strength is around 50 to 65, somewhere in there. Bottled scotches are 40, just like everything else, unless they're like particularly well aged, in which case they're a lot less than 40. But they were 40 at one point. That's why they get smoother and they have less burn, right? Because the alcohol content goes down. But a cask strength scotch has a lot of burn, but it's like 65%. So you have like an ounce and you're kind of done.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
Now I know a little bit more about scotch.
Yeah, I drink a lot of scotch.
All right.
It's my go-to drink. I'll just have 2 ounces of scotch in a night, and then everyone else will have like 8 beers, and we'll spend about the same amount of money. But I'll be way drunker.
And people ask like, do you want anything else? And you're like, no, I'm good.
Yeah. You gotta watch yourself on scotch because like you'll have an ounce and you'll feel fine. You'll have another, and then you'll stand up and be like, man, I should not drink anymore. Especially depending on how quickly you drank that ounce. Like if you do it like a shot, because alcohol is really sensitive to volume, and so like if you have just a little sip of it, it doesn't have much of an effect on you. Even if you have like the same amount of alcohol, if you consume it in small, like timed out, I guess chunks instead of like one gulp, then the effects of the alcohol are substantially different. So if you like do a shot, you get a lot drunker than if you just drink like slowly 1 ounce of alcohol.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Science.
It is very science.
What video games have you guys been playing? You still playing Destiny? Or
I stopped playing Destiny a while ago. Ryan's still playing Destiny.
Y'all are stronger men than I am.
I stopped playing Destiny like a while ago, like well before Joe. I played it and I was like, you know what, I'm not buying this expansion. Fuck it. Yeah. Just put it down.
I mean, as much as I badmouth Destiny, it's got me. And
it used to have me, but then I took a couple weeks off and I'm like, I haven't gone back.
Yeah, I have definitely.
It's like smoking cigarettes. You just got to get over the hump, and then you're good.
I have definitely not played it as much. Like I know I would play it every day. It's like, okay, I got to do the daily. I got to do the bounties. I got to do all this stuff. But now, since I'm so high level, the only things that I can do are the raid, and like the newest raid, and so all I do right now is I get on Tuesdays because that's when Destiny resets all of its stuff. Get on Tuesdays, do like the Nightfall missions where you can get exotics maybe, and then do the raid on Sundays, and then I'm done. And then I go on and do anything else. I actually live my life for the rest of the week. So, but
sounds
yeah,
like WoW.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever play WoW?
Nope. Well, yeah, but I promised myself I'd never play it again.
Oh, well then. You were never like hardcore into raiding then.
No, I got to like level 21, and then I was like, I can't keep playing this because it's gonna get worse.
Yeah, that's exactly how that goes. Tuesday was when the raids used to reset, so I'd raid Tuesday. Tuesday we would do Onyxia, which is like 45 minutes, and then clear out like easy bosses in Molten Core. Well, I wasn't really doing Molten Core at that point. I was only doing Onyxia because I needed like 2 pieces of equipment. And then I'd show up for Blackwing Lair the next day, which would clear in about 2 hours. And then we got onto the hard raids on Thursdays and Fridays and Saturday, Sunday if we weren't finished clearing yet. But
and like for
Destiny
me,
sounds very much the same. Like you're logging on to clear the raid to see if you get the piece of gear that you need.
Exactly. Like right now for me, because I'm not ready for hard raid because I'm not level 32, I'm level 31 and a half. I'm waiting for the materials to drop so then I can be 32. And
just go in at level 31. You'll be fine.
Okay. But another part of it is kind of the social aspect of, okay, every Sunday we're going to get on, we're going to talk, we're going to hang out for about 30 to 45 minutes, just hanging out and doing other stuff. Oh yeah, in Destiny we're playing that as well. But other than Destiny, I'm going to do and I talked about this before recording, the 4 in February, where I'm going to beat 4 games in February. I got to finish Sunset Overdrive. I gotta actually start and finish Resident Evil Remaster. And then
that's not that bad. Resident Evil is an old game, so it's not that long.
And I've played it so many times that I'm just probably gonna, within a week, I'll be.
And then the other 2 games you're planning are Morrowind and Oblivion, right?
Yeah. You know, or like I have Far Cry.
The Witcher 2. That was free last month on Xbox.
Yeah, I did log on, download it, and then turned off my Xbox, so I at least have it. But no, I'm probably gonna do. So I got. What did I say? Sunset Overdrive. I gotta finish that. I feel like I'm almost done.
Yeah, that game's not that long. Where are you at?
The cheerleader luchadors.
Oh yeah, that's the last zone. So you're like almost. So
I gotta do all the story missions for them, and then I think
there's like 3 of them.
Yeah, so Sunset Overdrive, Resident Evil. I'm gonna start and finish that. I do have the Master Chief Collection, which I stopped playing because the online didn't work, and that was when it came out. So I guess I'm gonna jump back into that.
I think the online still doesn't work particularly well.
I'll probably
it works better, but did you try the Halo 5 beta?
No, I just didn't. I didn't care. It really knocked the wind out of me of just like, well, nothing is working. So, but I'll probably beat Halo 1 because me and Thompson are playing that right now.
Halo 1.
This is my 3rd game. Game.
Okay.
So 3 Halo 1, and then probably arcade or Xbox Live arcade game or something like that.
IDARB is free on the Xbox One this month.
But can you beat it?
I don't know. I don't even know anything about IDARB. I just know that Giant Bomb has been hyping on IDARB. They're like, I want to play some motherfucking IDARB on the Bombcast.
It looks really fun, but if I just need more people to be here, so maybe I'll do. I have Strider and Guacamelee and stuff like that. Maybe I'll do some. I do also have Metro, and I also have Far Cry 4, and I have all sorts of stuff that I haven't been playing because of stupid Destiny. So maybe
Destiny sounds dangerous.
Or Saints Row 4. So
I never beat Saints Row 4. I almost beat it, but then I just got more interested in clearing out the entire map than doing the story. And then I cleared out the whole map, and then I was like, I'm not gonna finish the story.
Yeah, I will probably get all the little glitchy collectibles in Saints Row 4, and then it's like, oh yeah, I have a game to finish, and then go finish the storyline, and then I think I have the DLC stuff. So there's that. And there we go. That's what I'll do. That's what I'm playing and will play for February. Next? Who's next? I'm done talking for a while.
So
Oh, okay, Ryan can go.
Sure. EA did a 2-day free weekend for The Sims 4, and it worked. It totally hooked me. I had to buy it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of The Sims 4. I'm not looking forward to the $500 in expansions, but it's really good.
Whatever happened to the whole, like, when it first came out, they're like, you can't have a pool and you can't have all this other crap.
They patched pools in.
Yeah, didn't
Okay,
they do a
that's
free
good.
update, or was it a patch?
It was a patch. It was literally a patch. It just like put pools in. They just weren't.
Sorry, this
done
game is
at-
broken because it needs pools.
Like it wasn't.
Well, when you take a bunch of stuff out that the third game had on launch, it's
Yeah,
kind
but
of...
there's so many games that do that. Like The Sims does that fucking every time.
Mhm.
Like all they do, like they release a bunch of expansions and then cut content when they release the new one, because the purpose of the new one is like the new engine and the new like social features. And when I say social features, I mean like how your Sims socialize with other Sims, not Facebook integration.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
from what I remember on launch, there was like someone posted a list, and there was a lot of shit that you couldn't do in Sims 4 that you could do in Sims 3.
Yeah, but there was also a lot of stuff that was significantly better than when it was in Sims 3. Like the build tools are significantly better, the graphics are much better, the way that you like construct your sim and personalize them is better, the way that you build their personality is better, it's more in depth. Like you're creating a deeper character, and they react and behave in more like meaningful fashions than they used to. So I would say that like The Sims 4 is a much better like game on like that level. It just doesn't have like The Sims Go to College and The Sims Vacation and The Sims Pets, and
That will be added in later.
yeah, I mean, it was all added in The Sims 2, and then it wasn't there in The Sims 3, but then it was all added in The Sims 3. It's not there now, but they'd be dumb not to add it because they've made it before, and there's another $500 a person
Yeah.
because they're like $40 a piece. And they release like 10 expansions.
And it's like, we know that it's like, oh, this is coming out. Well, man, I won't buy it. But then people buy it.
Yeah, and it's not even like it's the only, I guess, like franchise to do that. Civilization does that all the time. Like every Civ game is like that. Civ 4 was garbage when it launched because it was just a like watered down version of Civ 3, and then Civ 5 was garbage when it launched because it was just a watered down version of Civ 4. So it's really about like waiting it out or just acknowledging that like these are huge games that still launch as like a full complete experience. It just doesn't have the expansion content from the last one. I mean, I'd be upset if like The Sims was coming out every 2 years, but it's not. It's coming out like every 6.
Yeah.
So it's not that bad. But yeah, I played The Sims 4 because it was just really fun. I don't like have a lot of time right now to get super deep into a game because I'm doing a lot of programming. I'm back at school. So like The Sims is something that I can like sit and relax to.
Kind of like turn off your brain and just like, I'm just going to let these people do whatever they want.
Yeah, they automate a lot better than they used to. You don't have to tell them to go to the bathroom. They'll just go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Also, they can multitask now, which is nice.
Good.
So, like, someone can come and talk to them while they're, like, on the computer. And as a result, their, like, social need will go down. And their fun will go up because they're playing a video game. So, like, yeah, it's great. Because you can build kind of, like, bigger households without micromanaging every single person. Like, for the most part, they will keep themselves alive. They just won't, like, excel particularly well.
Yeah.
Like, they'll keep themselves in, like, a neutral state.
Could you just, like, create all your Sims and just let them do what they want and see how far they last?
Yeah.
I could see how long they last.
Yeah, as long as you, like, get them work. You have to, like, give them a job. They won't automatically go find themselves a job.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, but like, so the only thing that you really have to do with them is like find a job. Otherwise, they'll run out of money, and they don't buy things for themselves. Like they don't buy furniture and stuff.
Okay.
But they like will feed themselves and go to the bathroom and shower and like go talk to people and exercise and leave the house to go to work on time without you telling them to.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice.
Good.
Like you can play like 4 Sims at the same time without wanting to fucking kill yourself.
Good.
Yeah, I haven't really played anything else besides The Sims 4 and like The Binding of Isaac. I've been playing a bit of. Oh, The Long Dark. I forgot about that. I played The Long Dark. It's an early access game. It's a survival game, but you don't have to like cut down trees and shit. You have to, but you don't cut them down yourself. You like give your player a task to do, and it will just advance time.
Interesting.
There's a story that's going along with it. Right now, it's just like an open world survival game with like quick time event combat against like animals and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But there's going to be a story mode to it where you have to get across like the northern part of Canada after like the apocalypse has happened. It's not like world end. I guess it's not really the apocalypse. For whatever reason, there's no more electricity. So
it just seemed to just stop all of a sudden.
Well, the story's not out, so they haven't really told you why.
Oh.
There's just no.
So you got to think of why it stopped.
Yeah, but the it was cheap. I got it at the end of the Steam sale, like the Steam Christmas sale, and it was cheap enough that I would take the bet because like it looked good. From everything that I've heard, it plays well, and so the only thing that really wasn't there, like the game is pretty much done mechanically. The only thing that's not there is the story. So I was like, well, this will be fun. Like I'll screw around with this for a couple hours and wait for the story to come out because it sounded interesting enough. And the price was right, pretty much. It was like $15 instead of its usual $30. So
Sweet.
What have you been playing, Joe?
Funnily enough, I've been playing The Sims 2 with my girlfriend. That's been fun. I'm not the kind of person who enjoys talking to people in The Sims, so I like that The Sims 2 has a story mode where it's like, here's missions that you have to do. It's like, and then you go and do the missions. It's like buy something or make food for someone or have sex with someone.
The Sims 4 has that too. You have like these motivations. I think is what. Oh no, they call them whims. And if you complete a whim, then you get like some kind of reward for some secondary currency that's not simoleons that you can spend on like buying character upgrades.
Oh, cool.
I like it in Sims 2 because it's like once you complete them all, then you unlock a new house and you get to go to the new place. There's a bunch of like different cool places that you can go to. We've been playing on PlayStation 2. It's very slow, very laggy, and it gets annoying sometimes.
Yeah, I remember that about the Xbox version.
Yeah. Besides that, I've been playing. I recently played a game for review coming up called SpongeBob Plankton's Robotic Revenge. The game is a piece of crap. Spoiler alert. I've also been playing Battle for Bikini Bottom, getting ready to start up my second Let's Play channel, just because I want to do that. And another game I played recently, which is an amazing game, Pikmin 3.
Yeah, I really like that game. The controls are really good.
I had so much fun with that game. I beat it, and then I was like, I'm going to go back a couple days, collect everything, and beat it 100%. So I did that. So I beat it twice. It's so much fun. And then after that, I proceeded to watch a speed run of it and get my mind blown at someone beating it in like 7 days.
How?
It has to be an older version of the game, and there's a lot of clipping through walls.
Okay.
You clip through a wall and you fall through the earth, and then it teleports you back above the earth, and you land on like the other side of where you have to be.
What?
Yeah.
So
it's like if you like clip and fall through the world, instead of like falling to your death or continuously falling, it like teleports you back up to where the game thinks you should be. but since you like clipped out a little bit to the left, you land on top of like a cliff that you want to be on or something.
Okay.
And then just like a lot of crazy micromanaging because they're like, this guy goes here, you go here, you go here. These guys grab this, and he's like, so he's playing with like he's playing with the Wiimote, but he has the gamepad to the next to him to do other things while he's using the Wiimote.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's cool. He beats the whole thing in 7 days, which is the minimum you can beat it in. You can't beat it in any less than 7 days. And then I think it took about 58 minutes for the speedrun I watched.
Wow.
It was cool.
That is fast.
Yeah.
That is very fast.
It's seeing as it took me like 26 days to beat it, just trying to get through it without collecting everything.
Oh man, I think it took me like 40.
Yeah. Took me...
I don't know, it's been a long time since I played that game, so I can't really remember.
Is there a certain number of days that you can beat it within?
The minimum is 7, but like you have to glitch and do everything perfectly to do it in 7.
Is there a maximum amount of days that you can only do it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, whenever you like get a fruit in the game, it adds up and you get bottles of juice. And once you run out of juice, you die and you lose. So if you like play long enough where you run out of juice, then and you can't continue because but it's like you get a lot of juice. Like when I did the 100% run, I finished in like 36 days. And I had like at least like 60 bottles of juice left over, which means I could have gone for like 60 more days.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, there's way more juice than there is days. Yeah. I think that what it is motivation for you to collect the fruit, because if you don't collect the fruit, then you have less days available to you, right? So
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's just fun to find the fruit and collect them and all that. It's really fun.
Maybe I should give it a try, because that's one of the free games that I got from the Nintendo thing. So, as a Wind Waker, I gotta be...
We should talk about Club Nintendo. It was a perfect segue.
We're going to talk about some Nintendo.
Yeah.
Or the lag
Club Nintendo is closing down.
Yes, it is. We're going to be getting something new in replacement of it, which is nice. It's not like they're just shutting it down.
Yeah, hopefully there's some single account thing. I don't have enough goddamn points. I have a weird number of points on Club Nintendo, a weird number of coins where I can't really get anything of like worthwhile.
I have 100 and something coins, but it's like I just spent 700 on those 3 Smash Bros posters, which look fucking amazing. They're made out of really nice plastic, and they're really well made posters. They look beautiful.
I'm actually signing in to see how many points I have right now.
And I hit platinum. Which is also fairly easy when you work at a retro video game store and the boss is like, hey, if you need points, just go out on the shelf and look at the pre-owned games, see if there's any you need.
Yeah, that's the other thing that happened to me is I'm like 100 points short.
Yeah.
Sour.
I was 10 points shy, so I downloaded like 3 free games. Because there's 3 free games you can get on the Wii U. So I downloaded all of them and then waited a week and I did the 10 point review for them. And that got me to platinum. I think it's like Valkyrie Chronicles is one game, Zen Pinball 2, and Tank are all free downloads on the Wii U.
Really?
Yeah.
Is anyone getting the Metroid Prime trilogy on the Wii U right now?
I have no money. I want to get it, but I literally have no money. Like I'd have to use my credit card, but that is capped.
I am thinking about it just because it's so cheap. I'm glad that they released that because it's dropped the price of that game on eBay from like $150 to like $20 now. Like you can pick up the whole collection for like $20 on eBay.
Yeah, I need to, because right now it's only $10 for the first week, I believe, until Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah.
I want to pick up a Club Nintendo. I'm thinking of picking up a Club Nintendo card for it. I also want to get the Mario Kart DLC and the Hyrule Warriors DLC.
I have the Mario Kart DLC. I've yet to play it though.
Yeah.
I feel bad about that. I've had it installed for like a month. I've not gotten to play it. And there's a track that is just Excite Bike.
Yeah, there is.
I want to play it.
Yeah. You gotta get on that, man, Ryan. Like right when you're done here, just go play some
I want to play
fight.
with like other people.
Suck it up.
Just play online.
Ugh, gross. Now what I need to do, I need to find some people to play some Monster Hunter with.
Yeah, I'm still in like the beginning tutorial part. Like I got bored of it, and I haven't touched it in a while.
I know. Get through the tutorial though. It's so good when you get past it.
Yeah, I haven't even like fought like the first big monster yet. I'm pretty sure the first monster you fight is like a bird, isn't it, or something?
It's called the Great Jaggy, isn't it? Have you fought the Great
Yeah,
Jaggy? Oh,
yeah.
and then the next thing you fight is the Kuro. Oh, wow, that's like pretty early on. And then you fight the Kuropico.
I think I like literally just learned about like killing enemies in the water. And then I went back to town and it's like, do this mission. And then it's like, but if you do this mission, you can't save. And I was like, fuck it. I canceled the mission. I went and saved. And then
yeah, but you can't save in the middle of any mission in Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I know. But it's like, that was the first mission I got where it's like, you can't save while you're in the middle of a mission. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to save now and I'm going to go to bed.
All right. Well, that would probably be the one where you kill the Great Jaggy.
Maybe. I think it was more along the lines of like, go out and collect 5 fruit or something.
Oh. Just see if you can talk to the cat named Nico.
Yes, I talked to him recently.
Yeah, did it pop up that you can go to the like port?
With like the multiplayer stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it did. I remember reading about that. But you said I had to like kill the Jaggy first, so
no, I think that you just had to do that to get to him because I didn't think he was there. But if you can talk to him, then we can just play multiplayer.
Oh, okay.
But you should probably finish that tutorial at some point.
I'll get to it when I feel like it.
But I need some people to play some Monster Hunter with. It's so good. I never have anyone to play with. I think that Sam and Terry have been playing a lot lately. But they're wearing a Batman review shirt.
Yeah, it's my PJs. My mom got it. My mom got it for me for like way back when I started the channel. She was in Florida and some guy was making shirts. So she was like, I'll buy shirts, and she put my fucking logo on a shirt. I don't wear it anywhere other than for pajamas.
You gotta rep your brand. You gotta rep it.
But definitely. I think he changed the logo. I think that's
this is like my original branding. So it's
whoa. Okay.
Yeah. And then it was back when I had like I was doing something completely different with my channel. I was taking games to school. So I have that like on the back of my shirt. I'm like, So I don't wear it anywhere.
We don't have Dapper Gaming shirts. I should get Christina to make a really high res logo for Dapper Gaming, and then we can just sell shirts.
Do that. That's what you gotta do.
Maybe when we make some money. There's several things I have to do first. I need to make money so I can pay down my credit card so that I can switch my hosting for my website. So that I don't have to use Joomla anymore and can just use Squarespace, because at some point I got frustrated with using these like huge heavy duty CMSs to build these tiny ass websites.
Yeah, I remember that website.
Website's still up. Dapper Gaming.
I haven't been on it in a long time.
Well, if you go to Dapper Gaming now, it looks totally different. It's no longer Drupal. It's Joomla.
Ooh.
I think I was on it not that long ago, actually. Like, I was looking through my favorites, and I was like, oh, this is in my favorites. And then I clicked on it.
Yeah, I basically stopped using it for what I was going to use it, because I was like, you know what? I need this to put to link to for game stuff.
Yeah.
But like I need a website to do apps. You have to have one. Like, it is a requirement. You have to link to a support page. Geez, what else? But yeah,
man, look at that sexy picture of you in the about page. Is that scotch in your hand?
No, I think that's a Crown and Coke.
Well, then your description lies, because it says wears plaid and drinks scotch, but that is not scotch.
I know, it's a rye though. When you drink scotch, you don't drink it with anything. It ruins it. But but Crown, I'll mix Crown. It's not that good. Yeah, Club Nintendo's closing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Yeah. You know what else Nintendo's doing though? YouTube.
Yeah, that great partnership. It's horrible.
It's dumb. It's dumb. Straight up dumb. I'm turning the light on.
Basically, it's the contract is horrible.
Yeah.
Like, it literally states the worst part of that contract is you must speak highly of Nintendo or your videos will not be monetized. So if you say anything bad about their games, then your video, you won't get any % of the money.
Yeah, they have someone looking at these videos, which I don't really understand how they'll have multiple people monitoring these videos. Like, it just sounds...
Yeah. And I feel like the dumbest thing is that none of the games on their list of, like, the list of games that they say you can monetize these, none of them are new games that people want to watch. They're like old Wii U releases and like Wii and Nintendo 64. It's like there's not Smash Bros on there. There's like no new games are on that list.
Maybe it's to kind of get a back catalog of like, oh yeah, we can make money off these back here. Star Fox 64? Yeah, let's go ahead and get that.
Yeah, but Nintendo already has a long-standing policy where they don't like people posting videos of their games that are new because they think that it spoils and ruins the game.
Yeah,
because that's definitely because when you post a ad on TV of a guy playing Smash Bros in the back of a bus, and I see Smash Bros gameplay, that spoils it right for me, and I'm not going to buy it because I watched that advertisement on TV.
No, because the advertisement doesn't contain any like plot elements or any cutscenes.
What plot elements are in Smash Bros, Ryan? Tell me that right now.
That's why they didn't have a story mode in the newest Smash Bros, but they did in the previous one. Because the previous one had all of the cutscenes uploaded to YouTube, the game director got mad and refused to do a story mode for the newest Smash Bros.
Oh, yeah. Sakurai was like, nope, that's why we're not doing it this time, because y'all are going to spoil it.
Okay, spoil it, because...
So,
it's stupid logic. It's basically like...
I know, it's dumb, but like...
It's not really spoiling it if it goes Smash Bros story videos and you click on it and go, hey look, I'm gonna watch this whole video, and then at the end you go, oh, that spoiled it for me.
Well, he doesn't want like it to ruin the experience. He wants people to fully enjoy it by playing it.
Yeah, and people will because they play the game.
I don't know. It's just it's an interesting. I think Nintendo is still going about this just kind of the wrong way of.
Yes.
I don't think they still don't understand the internet culture, even though they are getting really buddy-buddy with the fighting game culture community. Like having Smash Brothers, like at Apex, Nintendo is actually like a sponsor, which I think is going on right now. And
I'm actually not sure what's happening with Apex. I don't know if it's going on or if they're still trying to find a new venue.
I think they found one, and because I saw some posts from Screw Attack about them doing stuff for it. But like, you got Nintendo, helping sponsor Apex. You got Nintendo putting in their now for Evo. There's both Melee that's on kind of the main line of games, and Smash Brothers 4. So Nintendo is getting it in certain areas and not getting it in other areas. Yep. So it's.
Nintendo also doesn't understand the law of fair use, which is completely ridiculous because they're still claiming on videos that are like not Let's Plays but reviews. People are getting claims on Smash Bros reviews and Captain Toad reviews.
Well, the issue with that is that it's an automated system that hands out the DMCAs.
The other thing is
it will make a claim without Nintendo.
But that's not the worst part. It's also that Nintendo's system automatically.
Well, it's not Nintendo's system. It's
no Nintendo's system. If you counterclaim, Nintendo has a system to automatically decline a counterclaim. Any person that goes, this is fair use and not copyright, so I deserve to make monetization off of this. Nintendo's system is automatically set to decline anything that goes in until
Well,
the
that
third
seems like
time.
a violation of the DMCA.
Yes, it is.
But there are a lot of companies that are doing that. Like, hey, I have a trailer for this game. Let me put it up on my YouTube channel.
Yeah,
and then
I
they
mean,
flag
at least
that.
in the
It's
case
just-
of like Nintendo
Yes.
actually like owns what they're claiming against you. Whereas like I've had claims from people that have like no relation to my to the content that I made.
Yeah, that's the
I've
worst.
gotten claims for music that isn't even in the video. And then they'll like be like, right here is this music, and it's like there's no music there. That's a gunshot from a video game.
Luckily, that's been dying down recently. There's less of that now. It seems like. Remember, there was a huge period of time where I was having to deal with that, and a lot of other people were having to deal with that, and it was just not cool. But luckily, that's been fixed up. And it's a lot better.
It's only because Google made a deal with the music industry.
Yeah.
To pay them.
Oh yeah.
Music videos.
The other pain in the butt is that basically Nintendo, when Nintendo does knocks off your counterclaim to say this is fair use, they'll go through it. And you'll have to sit through it for all 3 times, because after the 3rd time, you get a strike. And if you report it again and you say, this is still fair use, Nintendo will have to back down. They have never brought a single person to court over a counterclaim, which is very interesting. So if you continuously counterclaim a video, the chance of Nintendo actually choosing to bring you to court for it is very slim, because they've never done it before.
Yeah, but that's only because it's not financially worth it. The videos don't make enough money.
And it
costs
would
a lot of
be
money to sue people.
It wouldn't be good press for them either. So it's not that big of a deal, really. This YouTube this Nintendo Network thing just isn't going to. It's going to die out. No one's going to sign up for it, because there's already a million other networks out there that are way better and offer way better contracts than them. And their contract is only decently good when your channel is entirely based around Nintendo. And that's when you get a 30-70 split. If your channel isn't entirely Nintendo based, then you get a 40-60 split.
That's still just.
Is it a
still think
40-60
it's ridiculous.
split on the Nintendo content or on all your content?
No, on the Nintendo content.
All right, because I was gonna be like, the fuck?
Yeah.
All right. 70-30 is still pretty shitty.
70-30 is what most networks do, though. That's yeah.
Well,
I still think it's ridiculous, because then you're getting a good person to watch to talk about this is Boogie2988. He did the guy who does Francis and stuff like that. He does a whole thing about it. It's like, okay, here's YouTube's cut, or here's Google's cut, then here is Nintendo's cut, and then here's your cut. Just it gets progressively smaller and smaller.
You also have to remember, though, is that when you're in a partnership with any kind of network, Screenwave, RPM, you're still getting that whatever percentage off. It's just when your video doesn't get monetized through your network because there's an issue with Nintendo, then that monetization goes through Nintendo instead if you sign up with them. So it totally skips your network and goes straight to Nintendo. So you get 40% taken by Google. Your network doesn't take any now for that video, and Nintendo takes the 30 or 40%.
That's ridiculous.
It's just complicated and retarded.
But that's Nintendo. Complicated and
Yay!
retarded.
Speaking of Nintendo, what was it? Mario Party 10's coming out soon, and I'm kind of excited for that.
When's
Getting
that
those
launching?
amiibos.
I think it comes out March 10th, I think, is the release date.
All right.
Could be wrong.
Getting those Mario Party amiibos, you got to get them.
Yeah, you mean the ones that I'm
They're
probably
already
just
sold
gonna
out.
get. I'm probably just gonna get the Toad one. That's. Yeah, like.
Can I just
They're
use my
the
Fox
exact
amiibo?
same amiibos that are already released, except for Toad. And the only reason I want Toad is for the bonus content and Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker, because that game is the shit.
Mm. Mario Party 10. And, like, after that, what are the amiibos going to be good for?
They're patching in or have patched in support for Mario Kart.
Yeah, I know about Mario Kart.
They're going to be in Yoshi's Woolly World, in Kirby, whatever that one is, the clay one.
Yeah.
Canvas Curse?
Yeah, Canvas. No, not Canvas Curse. Canvas Curse was the one for the DS.
The other one? The clay one?
Yeah, the one that's coming out this year. Basically, they've announced. I think they announced use in Xenoblade.
Oh, really? I guess
yeah.
because of Shulk.
I haven't heard anything about Xenoblade yet, and I've been keeping up a lot on that.
What was
the
it? The game I'm thinking of is Fire Emblem Awakening. Because I knew it was not Fire Emblem Awakening, sorry, but Fire Emblem, the new Fire Emblem and Codename Steam, are both going to have amiibo support. See, I was thinking, I knew that it was a JRPG, I just couldn't remember which one, and I was like, what are the JRPGs on Nintendo? And so I said Xenoblade, because it's the only one I actually give a shit about.
What's been announced so far is Super Smash Bros., Mario Kart 8, Hyrule Warriors, Captain Toad, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, Yoshi's Woolly World, Mario Party 10, Star Fox for Wii U, Smash Bros. For 3DS, Ace Combat Assault Horizon Legacy Plus, Jesus Christ, One Piece, Super Grand Battle X, and Codename Steam.
Okay. I just hope that they stay relevant and I hope it's not a one-time thing where it's just like, oh yeah, we made these characters to put on your gamepad.
Well,
that was
they're
fun,
making
right?
a shit ton of money off of them, so I'm gonna consider that they're gonna keep doing it and keep re-releasing them. It's like, oh, Mario Party comes out. Here's 4 more characters that you already have.
Yeah,
oh,
but you need
Mario Tennis is coming out. Here's 5 more characters.
But because they used the cheaper chip,
Waluigi one, I'd be down.
Yeah.
Since they used a cheaper chip, it doesn't have enough memory to store multiple games on it. So you kind of if you're really into Mario, you might want 2 Mario figurines that aren't the same, so that you can have like your Smash Bro Mario and your Mario Party Mario.
I do hope that they make a Waluigi one. I'd be down with that.
I want more Wii Fit Trainer. I want a Wii Fit Trainer so bad. It's the only one I want.
I have a Mega Man and a Shulk coming in, so I don't know who else I'm gonna get, but
I'm supposed to be getting stuff from Amazon, like email alerts from Amazon, but I'm afraid that they won't come in. So I'm waiting on a Toon Link right now.
I have to wait a while for buying Mega Man because amiibos coming to Canada have been held up at the border, just like last wave was. It took a while for Wave 2 to get to Canada because it got held up at the border, and the same thing happened to Wave 3.
Fun.
Yep.
So, let's stop talking about Nintendo.
Okay.
And talk about Sega.
All right.
Oh, Sega. So
they're on Nintendo platforms now.
Yeah, Sega has announced plans for to reorganize itself, mostly based around massive cuts, which includes like the closure of its San Francisco U.S. base, which is crazy because they've been there forever. So
they're moving,
bizarre.
yes.
Well, they're massively downsizing the company. Basically, they're like cutting about 300 jobs and trying to move all of its focus onto digital PC and smartphone, and then also releasing like merchandising around like the Sonic brand. But it's gonna be strange seeing Sega like not do big like AAA titles with Sonic anymore. Like he's a downloadable thing.
Yeah.
The last kind of AAA title that they did was Sonic Boom.
Yeah.
That wasn't made by Sega.
That was Big Red Button.
The last
Yeah,
one was
but
Lost World, which still wasn't that great.
Oh yeah.
Lost World wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great.
Yeah, but it
But
was
before
interesting.
that we had Sonic Generations, which was a fucking amazing platformer.
Yeah, I hear really, really good things on that one, and it was just like, what? They keep
There was colors
Sonic
and
Generations like did it. Okay, so the 2D stuff in Sonic Generations was pretty good, but the 3D stuff, I'm not saying the 3D stuff is better, but the 3D stuff that was in Sonic Generations is the best 3D Sonic we've ever seen. And so it's hard to like it's really frustrating to look at that game and be like, here's the 2D stuff, and like it's really on track and coming back to like the roots of 2D Sonic. And here's the 3D stuff, and like this is the best it's ever been. This should be 3D Sonic from now on. And it just isn't.
Well,
like,
Colors that came out, Sonic Colors that came out before that was also kind of the same in gameplay, and that Sonic Colors was amazing. So we had a great Sonic Colors, we had great Sonic Generations, and then we got Lost World, which was just like subpar.
Mm-hmm.
And then they gave the license to Big Red Button for some reason, and for some reason the company, what did Big Red Button make? They made a really good game, didn't they?
Did they? I can check.
I'm pretty sure they made a pretty well-known game. Let's see. That is just a picture of a big red button.
Well, I can't go to BigRedButtonEntertainment.com because it's closed down. Wow, this isn't looking good.
Yeah, their site does not seem to come up.
Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric. That's what I see. This is not looking good. Did they make... Well, wasn't like a leader of Naughty Dog there at Big Red Button?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
But
yeah, they don't even have a Wikipedia page anymore.
I mean, the thing that's like probably the most frustrating about the Sonic stuff, well, I guess about like Rise of Lyric and like Sonic Boom in general, is that it wasn't built on the Sonic engine. The Sonic engine is like the best looking engine graphically of any
Wasn't
of them.
it on
Like,
Unreal
it has fantastic,
4, 3?
No, it was on CryEngine.
Oh.
It had like the Sonic engine has fantastic shading and lighting. Like it's better than anyone else's. And then they use CryEngine. I'm like, you fucking idiots! Like you have such a good, like unique looking engine. Why the fuck don't you use it? I'm like, nah, CryEngine, man. I'm like, idiots. But whatever.
It's just kind of...
More games should use the Sonic engine.
It's kind of sad that Sega was once like this huge company, and then they were like, okay, you know, we're software now. Now it's like they're... Are they the ones that have... So they have their, you know, their mascot Sonic and stuff like that, but they really have a lot in their pachinko line. I think like in Sega Japan.
Oh
like
yeah, all of the Japanese developers are like that. Konami, Bandai Namco, is that... Did they change it? Is it Namco Bandai now? Or is it... No, it's Bandai Namco, isn't it?
Yeah,
One of them
it was
the
Namco Bandai, and now it's Bandai Namco.
Yeah, okay. But they're huge in pachinko. Sega's huge in pachinko. Capcom, are they into pachinko?
Probably. Pachinko is where the money is.
Yeah, what I've learned is that I should be making pachinko machines.
Yeah.
Actually, pachinko has been going down in Japan for years, and so even Sega's pachinko like business, which they're hugely invested in, has been doing substantially worse.
Well, it really sucks to see Sega used to be this giant entertainment company, now slowly dwindling. And I mean, that's with a lot of... It's kind of the trend of those, you know, game companies where it's like massive cuts, and then all of a sudden they just go away. Like, I mean, you had THQ, and then you had just a couple weeks ago, Kid Robot? No. Oh, no. What was it? The guy that used to be the community manager at Call of Duty. Robotoki?
I know what you're talking about. The guy who had to like stop working on his game because
the only game that they were making, and then it's like, oh, we gotta put this on indefinite
ran out of
hiatus.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they couldn't find an investor. So,
and
to
it's
be
just
honest,
like,
that game at this point is dead. I mean,
yeah. But it just shows all these game companies, and it worries
but in
me.
his case, he was building a game that like sounded all right, but he as a name didn't really have enough behind it, because the thing that he's known for is being the community manager for Call of Duty at Infinity Ward, and it's like, good for you, but do you make games? Like, he doesn't have names. Like, he doesn't have games to his name. He has, I was the community manager for Call of Duty.
I had to put up with everyone's horrible racial slurs at me and death threats. Come on.
Yeah. So just like not totally there. Speaking of other closures, Joystick is closing.
Thanks, AOL.
Yeah. AOL.
Which still surprises me that their main source of income is dial-up.
Yeah.
Dial-up subscriptions.
Crazy, right?
And I was looking at because they're downsizing their outlets. Now they have TechCrunch, their automobile blog, and something else. But there are some open positions for TechCrunch. I'm like, nah, man. If you're downsizing how many are they downsizing? Like 130 or something? Like over all their blogs, and they're still trying to hire at other places. That just doesn't seem right. And
yeah, but each one of those is like a subsidiary company that like manages itself and doesn't really work with other ones. So,
but Joystick, I used to read that a lot back when they had 360, Xbox 360 fanboy, Nintendo fanboy, and Sony fanboy. I think then Joystick, and they also have WoW Insider.
WoW Insider's closing.
Yeah, and now Joystick is closing, and that really sucks when you hear when a company like Joystick heard the rumor of themselves closing down before the actual closure, but they reported on it saying, we might be closing down. That's the rumor, and that sucks.
Yeah, that's hard, but video game journalism kind of sucks. I don't know if we talked about this. No, I think it always has. Video game journalism is a lot like any other form of entertainment journalism, whether that be sports journalism or like whatever. And I mean, I guess the most public case right now, or like example right now of how crappy journalism in those fields is like the relationship between Marshawn Lynch and like the media. There we go. There's a Super Bowl tie-in, even though we're recording this during the Super Bowl.
Hey, there you go. You got your Super Bowl shout out. Now you can put it in your SEO.
Now I can put it in the SEO. Marshawn Lynch. But like, he basically doesn't talk to reporters because he doesn't like the way that like they cover football and think that it's like shallow, which it is. Because in fact there was a reporter who was frustrated like by his behavior and like just said, we're here to promote the NFL, like, and he won't work with us, and that's bullshit. And to be honest, like, that's largely what any kind of like entertainment media is, not just video game journalism, but also like music journalism or movie journalism or TV journalism. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's all just to hype up the same shows that everyone's hyped about. Like, it's to pitch into the marketing effort, and then as a result you get views and make money, but you're essentially a marketer. And that became like a big thing during the summer over Gamergate, but it was like, it seemed like there was supposed to be some expectation that entertainment journalism wasn't marketing in the first place.
Yeah.
And so like, even if it was ever about ethics, it doesn't really matter because it's all just part of the like marketing pipeline. Like, that's just how it is. I mean, every once in a while a game comes along that is bad, and in that case, that's when like entertainment journalism does not work out, because reviews. I believe in the integrity of pretty much every outlet's reviews. I don't think that anyone takes money for their reviews and reviews things dishonestly. But when you look at what the rest of the content is in video game journalism or music journalism or anything else outside of reviews, they're purely PR, like,
oh yeah,
PR notices. Because what the hell else do you talk about? There's nothing else. Like, here's a new trailer, or there's a layoff here, or like a new game is coming. Get hyped for the new game. Like, there's nothing else to do except for talk about products that are coming in the future that you don't know anything about.
Yeah.
And so, like, there's nothing of substance there. They, at that point, like, the site is basically just marketing games.
Yeah.
But I don't know what else do you put there is the thing. There's some people who are doing really interesting things. God, what's her name? Cara Ellaway? Is that it? She has a blog called Embedded, where she like lives with a developer, like an indie developer, for a month and then writes about them. And that's cool. That's really good. Like, that's great. It's totally different, and talks about like what it's like to develop a video game. Mm-hmm. And it's cool. No one else is doing that, but that shit would not make money if you, like, for Polygon. Like, that would cost. She only gets to do it because of her Patreon. Like, her Patreon is popular, but there's no way that like Polygon could afford that, and then the one article that comes out for the month is going to somehow generate a month's worth of like living expenses and travel. Like, it's not gonna happen.
And I think you brought up a good keyword, and that was Patreon. I think a lot of, like, you know, the people that were working at IGN, like 5 of them left because their Patreon was picking up, because they are not IGN, they are themselves, you know, talking about different Greg sort of Miller things that Greg Miller,
Kind of Funny Games. Mm-hmm. Or is it called Kind of Funny Videos? I can't remember.
Well, they have Kind of Funny Vids, or I think on YouTube it's Kind of Funny and Kind of Funny Games.
Yeah.
But you were seeing kind of the slow crumble of giant journalistic websites, and the rise of the YouTube celebrity or YouTube personalities. Because
I think there's some sites that are already there. Like, if you look at Giant Bomb is like very personality driven. And so like I go to Giant Bomb. I love Giant Bomb. It's my favorite gaming site. They do a little bit of gaming news, but they mostly just play games and show you games. Like, they focus on reviews and quick looks. And like, the amount of content that comes out is pretty large. Most of it's video, and it's like very personality driven. Mm-hmm. And so it works in like the modern age.
That's why I think other places are falling apart, because of they're just like, oh, I'm just thinking of Joystick as Joystick, not as their individual writers. Or IGN as IGN, even though kind of Greg Miller was kind of the face of IGN before now he is left. So it's very interesting to see.
Yeah, and then when you think like GameSpot, you think well, I can't remember his name right now. Jeff Keighley.
Or I know. Well, I think of for game trailers, I think Jeff Keighley, even though he's not affiliated with them.
Oh, I thought he was at GameSpot. No, you're right. Game trailers. I was wrong.
Or I think of a game.
Okay, when I think GameSpot, who I actually think of is Danny O'Dwyer, because he's always on Giant Bomb content. Because Giant Bomb and GameSpot are in the same like office building, because they're both owned by CBS Interactive. And so even though I always think of Danny O'Dwyer when I think GameSpot, because he shows up and they're like, everyone, it's Danny O'Dwyer from GameSpot, but he's there all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe he
even
should
though
just go.
Giant Bomb tried to get away from GameSpot, and then they somehow got bought out by CBS, and it was just, what happened? What happened to Giant Bomb?
They can do whatever they want.
Yeah, true. But yep, I'm really sad, because there's a lot of good people that write at Joystick, and it's sad to see that website get downsized. And I'm worried about a whole bunch of other websites. Like, of course, I'm now thinking of, because Game Trailers is kind of in the same boat, because they got bought out by Defy Media, and just recently the guy that does Game Trailers has a series called Pop Fiction, which is a really big series. The guy that does that, he was originally supposed to be working like network, like, or working remotely, because he just moved, and Defy Media fired him, and now he is only on contract until April. And it's like, these places they're not being stable anymore. Like, it's hard to look at those and be like, I want a job in games journalism, because
yeah, well, it turned out that internet ads don't work.
Yeah.
And
like, Game Trailers,
they used to pay a lot because it was like people figured, oh, they clicked an ad, like it'll be worth a lot of money, like this person wants to see this content. But what it ended up actually turning out is that people just blocked the ads, and so the value that advertisers were willing to buy ads at went significantly down, to the point where they don't generate revenue unless there are like tens of millions of people. Not for organizations like the size of IGN. Like, you would need a whole bunch of ads, like people to view ads for it to generate that kind of money, and they just don't, because they are fractions of a cent for a view, and they're only cents for a click, and the click-through rate is like 0.1% if you're lucky. So,
and another thing, like with Game Trailers, before YouTube, when you wanted to watch a game trailer, you go to Game Trailers. Now, like, oh, I want to see this new trailer, go to YouTube, type it in.
Yeah, and everyone uploads their own trailers. Yeah,
so it's just like Game Trailers is hurting because of YouTube, and it's just it's worrisome about all these websites.
I don't know, some people are going to figure it out. Other people are going to go consult or something.
Yeah.
Speaking about sites going down, here's a site that came up. The Pirate Bay is back up.
Is it?
Yeah, after 7 weeks of being down. Probably not a big deal to Americans because you guys have Hulu and Netflix, and they are far superior to the Canadian versions, but there's like no way to really stream things here on demand at any like reasonable cost. So like they released studies last year that showed like Canada pirates almost like 3 times as much stuff as the US.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, to be fair, like there were movies coming out last year that were like, they didn't come into theaters where I was. They weren't available like on demand. There was no way I could acquire it with money. It was like, well then.
So
I guess I'm gonna go to the internet and find this movie.
I have no way of getting it, so I will pirate it.
Yeah, and the same thing happens with TV shows. It's like, well, I didn't watch it on NBC, or in my case, like I don't have cable. We don't have Hulu. I can't watch NBC stuff on the internet at all because I'm Canadian, so the licensing's not there. And it's not on Netflix, obviously, because it's a brand new TV show. So there's only one way to watch it.
Yeah.
Plus, Canadian Netflix sucks.
Yeah, exactly. Canadian Netflix has like half the stuff.
Oh, that does suck. I'm
yeah,
sorry, guys.
It's really bad.
That's why most people I know get American Netflix.
Oh, you can do that?
Yeah, you need to use a VPN.
Yeah, it's not really legal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you use a VPN, which is another $10 a month, so that you can like mask so that you access Netflix through an American server.
Well, there's literally, if you're doing it on PC, there's a plugin that you can download that basically makes Netflix think that you're in the States.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would do it with a VPN.
Yeah, obviously, then you can't be tracked, but then you're paying money, and people don't want to do that because the $500 fine that they're going to give you when they find you is definitely worth the $10 a month it would have cost you.
But, no, Canada has really loose piracy laws, so...
We just got a recent law that went through, though, didn't it? I was like, if you're caught pirating, you'll be sent a warning, and then that's
yeah,
it.
but the warning letters that were being sent out, they were being like sent out to harass people and tell them that they needed to pay $25 or else that they could get sued. And the Canadian government told the companies that were sending out the letters that they weren't allowed to send out letters anymore.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that like
I was thinking about getting a VPN because of that.
Oh, I got a VPN because all of the like screeners started to come out, and I was like, well, these movies won't be available in Canada for another 9 months, even though like they've been out in the States forever. Like they're Academy Award nominated movies that just aren't watchable here. Like Whiplash wasn't like the only way that I could go see Whiplash is if I took $100 ferry ride to Vancouver, watched it, then jumped back on the $100 ferry to come back.
That's ridiculous.
And I live in the capital of my province. Like I don't live in a small city, but it wasn't playing in my city.
I use Putlocker. It's a good website.
But yeah, there's just like we pirate a lot of stuff because we don't get like a lot of this. We don't have streaming services. Like we have Netflix, and it's fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Someone's got to get on that, Canada, if you're listening. Just all of Canada.
But we have super loose internet piracy laws. Because there's like the reason why is because the anti-piracy law in Canada is so old that that judges refuse to enforce it because it says things like if you put the file from your computer onto your phone, then that's an illegal duplication, and that's piracy. So like you couldn't use iTunes like with your phone. That would be illegal.
Oh, weird. Okay, so it's really out of date and needs to be updated.
Yeah, and so it can't like they can't enforce it because everyone is a pirate.
Yeah,
like everyone has broken copyright law.
It's funny.
So no copyright law exists like within reason. Like obviously the ones where like you're not allowed to emulate people's copyright or like profit off of it by like selling things you don't own, that's obviously in place, but like piracy is not really covered.
Canada's cool for that.
There's like some kind of clear-cut cases though. Like you can get busted for it, but you have to be like the only people who really get screwed are people who are distributing, not people who are like downloading.
Basically in Canada, if you're downloading torrents, you're fine, but if you're uploading torrents, then you're screwed.
So Cedars will get the brunt of it, but Leechers will not. If I'm
not really even seeding. Like if I have something on my uTorrent seeding away, it's not really illegal. It's just like if I go on Pirate Bay and I go, I'm gonna post this video on Pirate Bay for people to download, that's when you get hit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then like also if you're like playing it risky and downloading like brand new movies or like cams and you're not using like a VPN, I mean those people get hit too, but that's because like the studios watch for those ones.
Gotcha.
But they do that in the US too. But there you go, Canada, the land of piracy.
Not quite Sweden, but we're getting there.
Not quite Sweden.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
If not, then the Pirate Bay servers would be over here.
Yeah. So congrats, Pirate Bay, for resurrecting again.
Yeah. Have you guys heard of Left Behind?
The Nicolas Cage movie,
No.
which is also a book series?
No.
Oh, not the Christian book series about going to heaven?
This does have to do with Christians, though. So, Left Behind is a game series about the Rapture.
Yeah.
And
there's also a book series and now a movie.
But there's video games named after it. Left Behind 4, World at War.
Oh my
Very
God.
silly. But the company that made it, they've just been pulled off the stock market for illegal stock trading.
Really?
Yeah. So basically, it's a Christian-themed real-time strategy title. So the chief executive officer, Ronald Zauka, I think that's how you pronounce his name, is liable for $2.6 million in disgorgement, interest, and penalties, and has been permanently banned from trading penny stocks because his company was on penny stocks.
Wow.
And this follows a August ruling where the founder Troy Linden was found liable for over 3.6 million under similar circumstances because they issued nearly 2 billion shares of stock for like consulting work, and there wasn't any actual consulting work done. It was just so that they could sell the stocks that were issued, in order to like generate personal revenue. So like the two people who own the company were issuing stocks to themselves and selling the stocks.
All right.
But there you go. Quite fun. So maybe we won't see any more of the hugely popular, but not actually popular in any way, Left Behind.
I was really hoping for Left Behind 5.
I know.
Left Behind 6. You know what? Let's just go ahead and make 10 of them.
At least 10 of them.
At least.
All right.
Round out the series.
So, what would you guys rather talk about? We can talk about both of these things. Windows 10 or Grim Fandango? I guess we kind of should mention Windows 10. So let's just talk about Windows 10 and then talk about how
Windows
hyped
10
I am
exists.
on Grim Fandango. So Windows 10, they did a big conference. I guess it wouldn't have been this week; it would have been last week. But they announced like a lot of gaming features for Windows 10.
Yeah, the what was it? The Xbox integration, where you can play Xbox games on your computer. Yeah,
you can stream from your Xbox to your computer. Because they said play, which is maybe not a great phrasing of that, because they had to come out and clarify that no, you don't put an Xbox One disc in your computer.
Yeah.
Like, it has to be on an Xbox One. So that's how that works. I feel like I always knew that was the case, but other people didn't. And it's because, like, the disc is compiled code. So
yeah,
that is like
I wonder how good the streaming will be, because I know, well, I mean, you have your PS4 to Vita, and you have your, what else? Like,
well, the PS4 stuff, like, in-house is really good. There's NVIDIA Shield,
which
that
is thing.
Also, like, pretty good when you're on the same network, right? So it really shouldn't be an issue. Like, it should work quite well. Basically, the Wii U, like, streams data from the Wii U to a display.
Oh, to the gamepad, yeah.
Yeah, and it does that over Wi-Fi. So
why not?
It really shouldn't be an issue.
PC games to the Xbox.
Control.
Because I would jump on that. It just feels like Xbox games to the PC. Well, I mean, I don't have a PC. I got a good old Macintosh, but I would totally maybe jump onto the PC game if I could just stream it all to like my TV back here on my Xbox. I mean, I could probably just get like a small PC and put it up on there, but I don't know.
You could also just like do wireless HDMI.
Now, if you get a Wii U, that might be possible in the future.
Ryan has a Wii U, doesn't he?
I do, somewhere over there. I don't know.
People are working on hacking the gamepad to stream PC games to it.
That would be cool. Okay, I'll look into that. But yeah, Windows 10 seems okay.
Cool. I like that as a free upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an announce date for it yet, or is it out, or?
I can't remember. It's not out. You can use a pre-built, like a pre-release version of it. Like you can just download it and use it. I've been using it on a laptop for a couple of months now. It's really nice. It's fast, like equally as fast as Windows 8 is. In Windows 8.1. Windows 8.1 is faster than Windows 7.
I take it still runs the dashboard thing.
If you boot to desktop, you have a start menu.
Okay.
Cool. But you also have like the Metro features available, which is nice depending on what laptop you're using. For example, like if I was to buy a laptop lately, like people ask me what they would get, and I always say a Surface Pro. Especially if you're in university, because they have a stylus on them, and so if you have to like do engineering or mathematics stuff, Like, it's the only one that you can use besides a ThinkPad, unless you want to, like, bring paper with you everywhere, in which case, why are you getting a laptop for school? Like, you don't really need it.
Yeah, I think that's
but it has a real
really
keyboard
cool.
and, like, everything else. Like, the Surface Pros are really great because they run a full distro of Windows, right? But since it's a touchscreen, like, the Metro stuff works well. The desktop stuff works well, too, because you have a keyboard and a little touchpad on it. But, like, because that runs a full distro of Windows, it doesn't make sense to cut that content. So, yeah. But I don't think, like, touchscreen desktops are ever going to be big. And so I think they refocus their desktop.
Yeah. I know the touchscreen, like, the Metro stuff works really great if you have touchscreen, but trying to do any of that crap with a mouse is so annoying.
Yeah, it's awful. I just really like the desktop, though, in Windows 8.1. I never really use a start menu. I just use the search bar in the top right corner. So
yeah. I'm stuck with
like
Windows 7
fast.
just because I was too lazy to update to 8, but I'll probably switch to 10 when it comes around. It's just
10 is quite nice.
It's a pain in the butt to update.
If you don't get the free version, isn't it going to be like $20 or $30? It seems like to me, it seems like Microsoft is kind of doing the Apple approach, where it's instead of like these giant releases, it's kind of that incremental. Hey, we're going to Windows 10. Now we're going to be at Windows 11, but it's still going to be like not a huge jump, but still small enough, but affordable enough for people to go to the next step. Because I remember it's like XP to Vista was like, hey, you want this one? And then there's the $199 version or the $299 version. Or not XP. Well, was it XP to Vista? I think so. But it seemed like the past ones were so expensive that people, like, I stayed at XP and Vista. I think I actually illegally downloaded Vista. That was a waste. That was a waste of download time.
See, when I upgraded to Vista, it was because games were moving over to 64-bit, and there was a new DirectX, and you needed it. And the thing is that XP has never really properly supported 64-bit, even though there is a 64-bit version, but it's really bad. Like, it's awful. So if you wanted to, like, move into heavy-duty gaming right at that time, you were moving into needing 4 gigs of RAM, which meant that you needed a 64-bit OS, and Vista was your only choice, really.
Yeah.
But Vista was never actually that bad. Like, it was bad right at launch, but XP was bad right at launch too.
I still think it's ridiculous that they just skipped 9 because they were like,
no, there's a technical reason for that. No, you're wrong.
Really?
Yeah, there's a very, very important reason why.
There's an important reason they skipped a number.
I'll tell you right now. Yeah, absolutely.
What?
So legacy software searches version checking by searching Windows 9 for Windows 95 and Windows 98 because they're almost the exact same. And so the easiest way to fix this is not to update hundreds of thousands of legacy software, but instead to skip Windows 9 and call it Windows 10. So yeah, there's a very important reason why they can't call it Windows 9, and it's that a bunch of shit would just break. Like, the internet wouldn't work.
And now you know. The more you know.
Or they could have just labeled it Windows and then spell 9 instead of using the number.
Yeah, but that's dumb.
It's dumber than skipping and then telling the whole world you're skipping 9 because every other version of Windows is bad luck.
No, that's not what they said.
Yes, it is.
That's not what they said.
That is literally what was said.
No, because they literally said we can't call it Windows 9 because of a version checking for Windows 9 as Windows 95/98. Because that's when they went NT.
I just think it's dumb.
But no, it's all to do with Windows 90, like with the old versions of Windows from the 90s, like 93, 95, 98. Because they version check as Windows 9.
Oh, that Windows.
I don't really understand it, but that's fine. I don't understand coding, so.
Okay.
Windows 10 looks good. What's next? Grim Fandango?
Yeah, Grim Fandango. The remastered version launched this week. I really want to play it. I don't have the money to buy it right now, but I'm gonna buy it very, very soon.
Yeah, I'll probably get it on. Open Steam real quick and see if I can get on my. I think it's available for Mac, so I think I might get it on that because I can't play it on my Xbox One. It won't be ported there. I don't think.
No,
as a Double Fine game, it is something that I'm definitely going to have to check out. And I just got my YouTube check recently, so I have money to spare.
Got that YouTube money.
It's not just a Double Fine game because it's not really a Double Fine game. It's the last of the LucasArts adventure games, is what it is.
Well, when I speak of Double Fine, I really mean Tim Schafer.
Yeah, and like Grim Fandango was basically like the last hurrah for a genre, like an important genre of the 90s, and it was maybe the best of that genre. And
it's actually not too expensive either.
Yeah, it's not that expensive. It has a ton of new art content in it. The achievements are funny. There's one.
What is it? I think it's like it's $17 Canadian.
Yeah, that's not bad. There's an achievement in that game called like the way it's meant to be played, and you get it for beating the game using tank controls, which is like the old school control system that you used for adventure games. And the description was, Tim Schafer told me I had to put this here. But yeah, like I'm really excited to play Grim Fandango. God, yeah, tank controls was meant to be used with a joystick. So it's like really fucked up on like a keyboard or with a
all you need to do is
with
just
a controller.
An old joystick.
Like when I say joystick, I mean like a flight stick style joystick, right? And so it's like really strange because the way that game, like that game was like the first game where you could like pick up an object and like rotate it. So
there's a lot of games that I currently want. There's too many. Like my Steam wish list is filled with a bunch of games I really want.
Well, Grim Fandango is like very funny. Like it's great looking. The characters are great.
Yeah.
The lighting is like fantastic.
I'll add it to my wish list. There we go.
There didn't used to be like the lighting of that game didn't really used to exist, and so like because 1998, but now like if light's coming through a window, let's say, and there's like a shade on the window, like blinds, like then you'll see like little slights, like slots of light instead of like perfectly lit because the characters weren't really shaded, right?
Yeah.
Another remaster that just came out, other than the Resident Evil, is Fahrenheit or Indigo Prophecy Remastered.
You're gonna say
okay, but I looked at that and it looks the exact same. Like it doesn't look different. It is just like it works on PC now, which means that it renders at a higher resolution. But it really doesn't look like it is like any different. It doesn't look like they fixed the models or anything. Like,
maybe it runs at 60 frames.
Yeah, well, if your PC's fast enough.
Yeah.
Then it probably runs at 60 frames, but
yeah, I'll definitely, because I never got to play the Grim Fandango. I played Day of the Tentacle. I played what is it? Indiana Jones game, but I never got to play Grim Fandango. Like I played some point and click games, but not Grim Fandango. Monkey Island, played that. But
obviously, Monkey Island's great.
Mm-hmm.
I got stuck on that game and I still can't.
My Fandango is one.
Well,
I need to get.
Scarfulu was trying to help me get through Monkey Island. He's like, I don't remember what to do. Like, I don't know.
Where are you stuck at? Because I'm
like right after like you leave the island and you're on the boat.
Oh yeah, that's complicated. Like BS.
Like I'm walking around and there's like
you
nothing
need to
to
cook
do.
The meat.
Yeah. Scarfulu was like, you got to go to the kitchen. And I'm like, where the hell is the kitchen? He's like, it's over here. And I like click over there. And he's like, wait, maybe it's not. I don't know where the kitchen is.
And you have to get some meat and like cook the meat, and then you use the meat to get the parrot to get a thing, and then you.
Well, I'm gonna have to find the kitchen then, because I walked around that boat for like 40 minutes and I only found like 3 rooms, and none of them was a kitchen.
There's only like 3 rooms, and the kitchen is the one with the cauldron in it.
Yeah,
Hit,
like
with
I found like
boiling water.
I found like the main room with the bedroom, and then like the outside dock area. Like I don't know where the kitchen is.
I don't know. I'd have to look at a map. I think it was to the left.
Okay.
Or it's to down.
To the left.
I remember getting there though when I like was replaying that game and I was like, where the fuck do I go? I'm just stuck on this deck. There's just 2 rooms. And then I like had to look up a guide and it's like, you go down this room. And I was like, what? You can go down here? What? At which point I was like, oh, it's this puzzle. But once I knew how to get to the kitchen, I was good.
Yeah. It's probably somewhere like off screen that I'm not even thinking of clicking.
Yeah, potentially. But yeah, Grim Fandango, that is a game that you should play.
Gotta do it. Gotta play it. Maybe I'll try to beat that in my 4th of February.
Maybe. It's not that long, because, you know, point-and-click adventure game. I mean, it's potentially long if you can't figure out the puzzles. Because it's from a generation of point-and-click adventure games where the puzzles don't make any fucking sense. Like, at all. Like, not even a little. Alright, let's start wrapping this up.
Yeah, we've been going for a long time.
2 hours.
2.5 hours.
Wow.
Well, half an hour to set up.
I gotta get on that raid, and I gotta go be disappointed with Destiny.
I gotta go find out who won Super Bowl whatever.
I gotta go.
So that I can talk about it and sound like I'm not like some weirdo who didn't watch the Super Bowl. I just gotta find out who won. That's all. I don't even know how long a football game is.
Just finished her halftime show. I don't know.
Whatever.
I've been looking at Twitter about commercials. That's about it.
Yeah, I don't even care about those. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching the 79th episode of the Dapper Gaming Podcast. I've been Ryan. He's been Joe.
I've been Joe.
And he's also been Ryan.
I've been Ryan as well. Not the same Ryan, but a different one.
Too many Ryans.
Sorry. Ryan's a popular name.
Yeah, it's a great name. Nothing wrong with
it. It is a great name, isn't it?
Well, thank you for coming back on, Ryan. Everyone should make sure to check out Ryan's Video Game Corner. It's pretty great.
It's all right. It's all right, I guess. I give it a solid 4 out of 10.
Solid 4 out of 10?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Maybe you shouldn't bother checking it out.
If you really have nothing to do. So there you go.
I find it pretty funny.
Yeah, MAGFest video coming soon. So.
But thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys when we see you.
Bye. Goodbye.